Right, hello again YouTube. Welcome back after a short delay to some more from the depths. Oh dear. Right. What we're going to be starting with, and I think I'm going to have to reload that one, is another little showcase. Subs have been setting in vehicles again. Oh my... You know what? This makes me glad to see that vehicle collisions is clearly not a unique problem to me. We'll reload those. But yes, Damadoc has been sending in crafts again on the Discord, so I figured I'd do a little quick showcase of them before we started the episode. So, there are four. They're all aircraft, and we could potentially take some ideas for our own. I'll load them all in, and then I'll load in an enemy, so they're actually attacking something, and they hopefully won't crash. The Raid of Terror, which is a medium bomber. It's like propeller-driven. That's an exhaust or something, is it? It looks like jet APUs by the look of it. Some armor, bunch of bombs. Large bombs. He does seem to like his large bombs. He keeps saying I should be using them. We'll maybe get to that, but I've been saving that for the larger bombers. The Farstorm Mark II. Jet bomber. It most looks like some real world ones I can think of. So we've got some wing-mounted missiles, and I believe, yep, big heavy bomb bay. Jet APU, etc. I'm seeing a theme here. The Maverick. And inspired by Top Gun. Can't imagine where he got the name from, given that fact. It's fairly cute. That's a little jet fighter. It's got some nose-mounted cannons. Another turret cannon. That's interesting that he's got two, but fair enough. And a bunch of small missiles. And what's the last one? The Rusting Piece. These very Robot Wars-esque puns. Oh, a slightly wibbly propeller bomber with small bombs. Actually, they are small. Okay. So, let's quickly give them an opponent, and then we'll get to the campaign, because I know you guys have probably been waiting for that. It's been a while since we've actually done any actual fighting in the campaign, because of course we've been building the Battleship, which is now done. We'll load that in and actually give it a try. So they decided they want to hit the Maverick. I noticed that we've got Maverick and Goose, which I think is not a coincidence. I'm pretty sure that's some matching call signs from either the films or... I was going to say something like Ace Combat. I don't know if Goose is a real one or not. I might be imagining that. Yeah, that do be a lot of bombs. And a lot of small ones. If that doesn't say a bit for how durable the ships in Finest Hour can be, that it's still fighting after that. I don't know what else will. Not that I imagine it's going to be for much longer with that volley. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, that'll be why he keeps going on about the large bombs, but yes. Right. And with that, let's get to the actual campaign itself, because it's, again, been a little while. I wonder what would happen if we loaded in the other campaign on this world, whether it would just crash or what. Right, where are we? Because we need to be... Right, yeah, so we know that Nelson is there. I think we bombed it, but we haven't killed it, I believe. Right. Headquarters. Has more resources than they thought they had, actually, so... How many do you have on board now? Okay, that will be enough to build the battleship and also fuel it a little bit. Right. No, not that. We want our own stuff. Geo-campaign. Battleship. We're paused, aren't we? Yes, that would help if I unpaused. That's probably over here. But yes, I'll probably let this one build off screen. I probably won't even time-lapse this one because there's an enormous amount of blocks in it. It is quite substantial. Mind you, I say that and then immediately it's actually building reasonably quick. But yeah, I'll probably time-lapse this one, especially since it's so big. I'm not sure whether it'll fit there or not, even at 100 meters away, because it is longer than 100 meters. Probably, on reflection, need to add in an origin block originating at the very tail end of the ship on reflection. Oh yeah, you guys haven't seen it painted yet, so... I painted the top layer of the hull above the waterline. I haven't bothered doing the bottom because there was so much of it. I was like, it's not going to make much of a difference. I really should try and remember to paint them as I go in the future, but right. We'll let the battleship build. Now, I believe we were pulling our aircraft over to reinforce. Unless we lost them all already, did we? No, they're nearby. Okay. Fighters, air wing, surface fleet. Yeah, did we lose the... I think we lost the older bomber wing to the Nelson trying to sink it, but we did some damage to it. Light fighter, first bomber wing. Oh no, maybe not. We lost one of the bomber wings, I'm sure. We lost a pair of bombers. Oh, there he is.
Listening.
They're so close to capturing. They will capture it.
Listening.
Yeah, you know
Moving
what?
out.
Fighter, you can run, actually. You run to there.
Moving
And
out.
back them up.
Moving out. Moving
No.
out.
Do not get that close to it. We're trying to tail
Moving
it.
out. Moving out.
We're
Moving
going to
out.
try and tail it a little bit so we can keep an eye on it while the battleship constructs. How are we doing over here? No, we want the headquarters. 49%. Okay.
Listening. Moving out. Moving out.
Ah, they've lost interest. Well, we're going to try and
Moving
continue
out.
to tail it.
Moving out.
I want to know where that battleship is because we need to fight it.
Moving out.
Bit of a Hunt the Bismarck type job, except we didn't build the ship specifically to sink it. Of course, in real life. No,
Listening.
don't.
Listening. Moving out.
Don't get in
Moving out.
front of it, though.
Moving
So
out.
stay at an altitude you can actually fight out. I'll have to remember that when we get to the fight.
Listening.
Okay, the bomber wing
Moving
is
out.
captured. The bomber wing is going to have a go at it. Actually, no. Do we want to have a go at it first, or do we want them to join? We want them to join the attack, I think, if anything. So
Listening.
the bomber wing will remain on station nearby and try and capture that. They might even turn to fight them.
Listening. Moving out. Moving out.
But if you go that way, right. Meanwhile,
Receiving.
how goes it? The battleship is complete. Let's put it into your own fleet.
Receiving.
Rocket battleship, you will want to be full. How many resources do you have on board? Not as many as you should, but that's fine. Right. We'll fill it up before the battle starts. We still know when else it is? We do.
Moving now.
Get yourself to here. Where's the surface fleet? It was nearby. First air wing.
Receiving. Moving now.
Rendezvous with the battleship. Same for the air wing.
Moving out. Listening.
That fighter
Moving
actually can
out.
take that territory.
Listening.
Where's Nelson going? It's still chasing us. Okay.
Moving out.
Yeah,
Moving
this
out.
was the ship that we built the.
Moving
For those who
out.
haven't seen, who've joined us more recently, this was the ship we built the battleship to fight because we don't have a good answer for it. Now, our pocket battleship is
Moving out.
actually pretty quick at 62 meters a second. That's actually very fast for a ship in this campaign. You notice Nelson's only doing 21. In fact, I'm going to be honest, I'm not 100% sure how it's doing 61, but we did have the quite powerful engines, I suppose. We did put quite a bit of effort into them.
Moving out.
This fighter will be joining the actual battle, but for now he's just gonna
Moving
he's
out.
just gonna kite the guy around in circles
Moving out.
and keep
moving
an
out.
eye on it. We don't want to lose it specifically. We need a radar plane. We need a scout plane, I suppose you'd say. That's another little one we need to build at some point. It's a more minor thing, but we've built some of the static radar
Moving out.
stations, but they're kind of a pain to build.
Moving out.
Oh, it looks like the second torpedo squadron's coming to help us.
Moving out.
There's no way I'm going to let them beat us to it,
Moving out.
but I'm happy to let them join the fight.
Moving
I think,
out.
if anything, we can probably now
Moving out. Moving out.
pull it to the rendezvous spot because they're going to arrive there. Yeah, the pocket battleship's only a tiny bit slower than the air wing. That's quite impressive. Surface fleet's a lot slower, but not awful. Yeah, and we got the fleet I wanted. We've got bombers, we've got the battleship, we've got the surface fleet with the cruiser and a destroyer for a bonus. We'll make sure they're fueled up with some of the commodities before we start the fight.
Receiving.
In fact, you should be fully loaded up. I absolutely want you at your best. Oh, shoot, we lost it?
Listening. Moving out.
Okay, no, it's coming
Moving
towards us
out.
still.
Moving out. Moving out.
Well, they're coming to attack the
Moving out.
bomber wing because it's getting too close to a capture.
Moving out.
Let's move up to there, assuming they keep
Moving
following
out.
us. They're going to attack that spot.
Listening. Moving out. Receiving. Moving now. Listening. Moving out. Listening. Moving out. Listening. Moving out. Receiving. Moving now. Moving now.
They're going to engage All forces, they're running away. Where are you running from? I thought you were going to help.
Lifting. Moving out. Moving out.
Is this not why you're here, or have you noticed what we're fighting and decided to not be there? Right, the surface fleet, I want to get there on time.
Moving now.
I'll leave it as long as we can. I think we're going to be okay, because we have actually prepared for this. Right, if we do begin the battle, they should all be able to start to join, I believe. But we're going to have to do a little bit of work on the formations and make sure everyone's in and in the right order. Pocket Battleship. No, wait, we'll put you at the top of the list in a minute. But right, bombers. All bombers to the front. Fighters can come in last. But we can go up to 100,000 battle size, so even though I don't think we'll get everything, we'll get a fair chunk of it. Yeah, Battleship. Hang on. You to the top, and then you. So Battleship, Cruiser, Destroyer, Bombers, Fighters. That's right. Okay. Battleship.
Receiving.
Should start at the broadside at the very least. Actually, can we get all the way around behind it? No. Okay. Yeah, Battleship started the broadside to it. Light bomber. Yeah, it's got all the bombers to start from different directions. Can and at a decent altitude, because I think they are a bit prone to crashing, or is that the other ones? Not sure. These are our older light bombers, so they'll be able to hurt it, but they won't be tremendously effective. Should be alright. Cruiser. Also should start at broadside. Destroyer. Start forwards if you can. Started about, I think we were at 110 on our main campaign, I believe, so we'll start at that. We'll be on board the flagship, of course. Oh, I never gave it repair bots. I just realised. I think we can't do that during this fight, but that's annoying because it's meant to have repair systems. They're already basic. We didn't want to be overkill. We started underwater. Good start. Oh, you're kidding me. Okay, great. We lost a gun the moment we spawned in. What hit it? Actually, what hit it? Oh, they just shot it out immediately. Didn't happen in testing at all, but no, they just shoot it immediately. Great. Okay. Fantastic. Nothing else has spawned in. Oh, so we can't even use the numbers. That's just great. No, I love that. We spent all that effort. Oh, I just realised we came head on at this thing. It's the flipping triple front mount gun one. I'm not even mad. Why would I be mad? I'm extremely mad. I actually thought the worst angle we could attack from, I suppose, because they can't get their secondaries at the rear to really engage, but of course they just lucky shot our guns immediately. Like, yeah, we know we can lose gun turrets to them. We've seen that happen in testing, but the first shot, like, come on. Right. I think we're going to lose the battleship as well, which sucks, because it's too big to spawn anything else in. I don't think my computer can deal with it. They've got to one-on-one, and we know it doesn't really win that one-on-one. So it could do enough damage to start spawning our reinforcements, but... Oh, how are we looking? Well, for one thing, you're facing the wrong way. Let's go to fleet move. Go that way. Get yourself into broadside, for the love of God. Get the guns on him. I appreciate we have secondaries. They're not going to do much this thing compared to those Hesh cannons. Hello, Cat. You come to help. Moral support. It is appreciated. We might need it after that disastrous opening volley. We literally got HMS hooded. I just realised the first... No. Yeah, the first hit we took just destroyed something vital immediately. Like, at least we didn't go up entirely, but like... Yeah, for those who don't know, the real-life HMS Hood, ironic considering we're fighting the British, in its fight against the Bismarck. The second volley, I think, that the Bismarck fired dropped straight into Hood's magazine, destroyed it immediately. Like, pride of the fleet, and it was just gone by a lucky shot, effectively, that dropped through its armor and into the magazine. I feel like we just got that. The only thing that is interesting is that Nelson doesn't appear to be moving. So I wonder if we'd I wonder if we potentially had run it out of fuel? Maybe, because it was spending so long chasing our Air Force around. Pretty sure we demolished its bridge, but that's not going to do anything about it. Do anything to it. But we have actually damaged its secondary gun turret, and its tertiary gun turret is useless because it's in the wrong place.
Moving now.
Yeah, keep both guns focused on it. Oh, we're under the water. Suffering. Why are we still here? Oh, I'm not even going to be able to hit it now because we're underwater. We may have to force the other stuff to spawn. I think we're just going to have to hope that my computer can take it. Right, be prepared for the lag, everyone. We're learning everything. I really would rather not lose that battleship, so we'll risk the lag and a slower fight if it just means we can take this thing out quickly. It's not like we're cheating. We've had all this stuff here. We just weren't loading it because the computer can't deal with it. I think we should have done this immediately by the looks of things. We're already causing damage. I don't know if that bomber's going to be okay, but I think the others are because they're all coming in over it. And this thing's big. It's not difficult to. It's not easy to miss it. So whether we crash into it first, or that one, or you do like that one and it just doesn't fire for some reason. Maybe it was damaged and I didn't see. The fighter's going to crash into it. Oh no, the fighter just got in the way and took a big shot. Oh, whatever, it's a fighter. Oh, she's capsizing. I'll give our ship some credit, they don't do that. Might go beneath the water a little bit, but they don't capsize. Oh dear. I think we might have killed it. I think we just got extremely unlucky in that first volley. I'm not really sure there's much our armor could do against it anyway. It's firing railgun rounds, like... Well, I mean, we maybe could, but we need even heavier armor. I still hate that this thing is using rail assist. That feels so against the sort of feel of the thing. I guess the idea is meant to be it's like just making the guns more powerful, but like... I don't like it. I think damage has been suffered, but we're definitely going to kill it now. I mean, look at it. It's going under. Can't hide from the bombers down there. Even if our fighters are getting shot to bits because they were dumb enough to dive bomb it. The fighters definitely shouldn't be allowed in ship-to-ship combat because they just try to do that and then they just... Or we need to fix their AI, but even still. Well, the Hesh rounds are trying to hit it, but... not succeeding. Maybe From the Depths needs that. Maybe they need a capsized death condition for ships. Well, there goes the cruiser. Sweeping on by. Hey, the battleship's repairing surprisingly quickly though. Maybe it did have self-repair. I didn't think I fitted it, but it's actually coming back online. But yeah, losing that first gun hurt really bad, just immediately. That must have been the first volley, or at least the second at any rate, but like... Oh well. Oh, I suppose we've got torpedoes as well. So we actually are hitting it in the water as well. I didn't even think of that, but we've got the cruiser, we've got torpedoes. Wait, where is the cruiser?
Receiving.
Yeah, good man. Far away. We probably need more of those cruisers, if anything. They're not a bad ship. Frankly, I think in this campaign they seem to be pretty good. I think our battleship's not terrible. It's just, again, got very unlucky there. Oh, yeah, there goes the fighter. It just smashed its gun pod in the collision. That's fine, honestly. Not too expensive to replace. It's not ideal by any means, but I really need to tweak their AI so they don't do this. The good news is, some of the good news is just faded because I've just seen my light bomber dive into the ocean. Oh, he's... Yeah, at least they can recover. The fighters don't seem to do that very well, but they're all doing it. Their AI is just dumb. Right. I'm sure they have like avoidance hikes and they just don't listen to it. Like, you guys know you should not be diving this far. Come on. If the AI isn't overriding the height they're trying to dive to with the stay above the water thing, it really should be. Oh, look at that. It doesn't float. It's actually not positive buoyancy. It's actually sinking to the bottom of the sea. Mind you, they use lift propellers, don't they? Yeah, that's what you get for relying too much on them. See, my ship, you know, might use them for roll. I don't even know if the battleship uses them for roll, but do we have roll control on the battleship? I can't remember. But we didn't use them to keep the ship up in the first place. We did at least make sure it would float on its own accord. Maybe that's the difference. Maybe they're running heavy armor instead of light alloy internal armor, but off their main armor belt. But look at the cruiser's almost flipped over trying to fight it. That's some enthusiasm, lad. Turning yourself over into the water so you can hit it more. And I will give you some credit in that it seems to be working. No, it isn't. It's just some of the shells just exploding there. Oh, it's the time fuse shells. They're detonating at completely the wrong time because the water's slowing them down. That's what it is. It's the black rounds. They can't account for the water, clearly. Yeah, it's probably a good thing we had the destroyer and the cruiser here because we couldn't hit it underwater. But their torpedoes can, obviously. And, of course, they're underwater, so they're doing full damage down there. How deep is the water in this? Oh. He's literally just hit the seabed. How's this thing still alive? Yo, I just realised we could use the destroyer's depth charges. Hang on. Let's take manual control of this. Where is he? If I set you onto patrol, if you go just past him, you should be able to drop depth charges off the back to hit him. We finally got a use for these things. Hooray! And it's finishing off a dead battleship that's completely submerged. Of course, it's got torpedoes doing good work as well. And some of the rounds are making contact. The good news is, if we get decent salvage off this thing, we'll still get a pretty good payout for this. Should be enough to repair the ships that are damaged anyway. Yeah, there's the shells from one of our ship's main guns just not hitting. How close are we now? Where are you compared to where you're meant to be? You are quite near it, actually. Right. Yeah, which weapon system is it? What are you set to? Sel controller. 4. Depth charges out. Hey, it's sinking. It's a good thing too, because the depth charges are in the wrong place. by the time I'd worked out which ones they were, we'd missed the target, but... Huzzah! Shells are dropping. They're actually hitting it now. We got it! Hooray! Well, the battleship's still alive. It is still alive. It took way more damage than we'd hoped, because, again, I probably should have just spawned in the fleet straight away, but we did get it. It sounds like we can run the larger battles. We might have to be a bit careful with it, but I guess because there's maybe less missiles and things, we can maybe deal with more just blocks and guns and things. But yes, we've got to make sure those fighters don't come with next time, because they're just going to either get in the way or get themselves killed. I'm sure I saw one took a big shell early on that should have been for the enemy. Oh, now it's floating. You can see its armor layout and everything. There's much left of it. There it goes, evaporating away. Hooray! Right.
Listening.
Battleship. Let's add those repair bots quickly, because I'm genuinely not sure I did ever add any. Where are we? Are we under the hull? Ah, we're inside the bridge. Okay, let's add them in there then. Miss repair bots. I had 8, I think, actually. I think that's fair for a ship this size. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's 8. Right. Right, battleship. You can go to there.
Moving now. Listening.
Bomber wing. To there.
Moving out. Listening.
Air wing. To there.
Moving out.
Just have to do what they can with their losses. Cannot capture, right, yeah. Close enough to our territory. Surface fleet, you can go down to
Moving
there.
now.
Oh, got another surface fleet that we didn't use. We could have pulled them in to help, but we didn't need them ultimately. Third surface fleet, you can actually stick with the battleship. I think it's good to have the escorts with it.
Listening.
Light fighters, you guys can go over here.
Moving out.
Picture that. There we go. I'm going to save the campaign quickly. That didn't go... aside from that disastrous opening, that didn't go too badly. I was very worried there that we might have lost the whole thing there, but it didn't seem right to... I figured it seemed better to risk the lag than to lose the battleship for something so silly as we've got escorts and we the game runs a little bit slower when we have them.
Listening. Listening.
Oh, we found something. Valiant. What is Valiant? That's a destroyer? Cruiser? Was it from Teals? No, I didn't want to start a fight with it. Well, I guess we'll get to find out what Valiant is. We'll do that before we end today's episode. We're about right on time, and I think that's lunch about ready, because it is about lunchtime over here. I could have spawned it a bit closer, couldn't I? Right, we'll hope that fighter could evade the incoming fire. I'm not entirely convinced it's going to be able to do that for very long. Or at least survive it if it is hit. What are we looking at here? Not a battleship. Yeah, it's a battleship. Right, okay. This is a smaller battleship. This costs about the same as our pocket one. 2 main gun. How have they made these? That's it. Oh, it's flagpole deco to make like the canvas coverings. That's kind of interesting. It looks a bit messy. It looks a bit messy in general, but I like how they've tried at least. Look at that. That's really nice. That aircraft catapult. I really do like that actually. They've done a very nice job with the superstructure on this. Yeah, whoever the artist is for this ship. Look at this. Yeah, wow. The deco guy earned his money. Lifeboats and everything. Nice. Okay. Cool. So, the only thing is, it's another battleship, and ours is not recovered yet. Oh, shoot. We just lost the gun turret. Can we fire on that thing? Not at the moment. We're undergoing battlefield repairs even, but... yeah, it might be time for us to bail out actually, because we're gonna die if we stay on that craft. It's fine. I can accept the loss of a fighter, but I do hate that I lost something so silly as accidentally clicking the start battle button, but... Okay, so there is another battleship there that we have to watch out for.
Listening.
Oh, yeah, he didn't get suppressed. He's still alive.
Moving out.
Run away. Run back for repair. Why can't he go over there?
Moving out.
Yeah, go over there and get yourself fixed. Right.
Receiving.
Okay. Well, we'll call the episode there. Looks like we've got another battleship to worry about. What condition is ours in at the moment? It is repairing. Should have been, I assume, quite a lot of salvage. Is there no salvage? Really? Nothing? There's no way, even with the small percentage you recover, that we used it all up already. Man, okay. Either maybe we did, or it just didn't drop any. That sucks. Right. Well, we'll call that there. I don't know if I want to attack that battleship right away, because our battleship is not in a good state. It's damaged and it's missing a gun turret. So it'd be very much engaging on unfavourable terms. But, well, let's see what we could do. Maybe we could send the aircraft wings after it with the bombers and see if we can do some damage to it first. But yeah, hopefully you guys have all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys all next time. Goodbye.